Women over 50. If you have ever stood in front of the mirror wondering why your skin feels softer but not firmer, brighter or truly renewed, even after using castor oil for weeks, this message is for you. Many women believe they are aging faster than they should. They blame time hormones or bad genetics. But what if the real reason nothing seems to change is not aging at all? What if your collagen is not gone, it is simply asleep? And the surprising part is the oil that wakes it up may already be sitting quietly inside your home. Stay with me, because what I am about to share often shifts the way women care for their skin for the rest of their lives. After 30 years as a gynecologist, caring for women through menopause and beyond, I can tell you this. Mature skin is not weak. It is not beyond repair. It is not done healing. But it does require activation, not just hydration. And that is where most women unintentionally get stuck. Here is the truth many never hear. Castor oil by itself cannot rebuild collagen after 50. It softens the surface. It comforts the dryness. It makes your skin feel smoother. But beneath that softness, something else remains unchanged. The wrinkles stay. The firmness stays the same. The glow does not return. And most women quietly wonder if they are doing something wrong or if their skin is simply too old to respond. No, you are not doing anything wrong. Your skin is not failing you. The problem is that castor oil is only step one. It prepares the skin, but it cannot activate the cells responsible for rebuilding collagen. After 50, your fibroblast cells slow down as estrogen declines, and the tiny blood vessels that feed your skin become narrower. Circulation weakens. Oxygen delivery slows. And without oxygen, collagen cannot repair. Imagine trying to grow a garden in soil that has gone cold and inactive. You can water it all you want, but nothing changes because the soil is not awake. That is exactly what happens with mature skin. Creams and oils sit on the surface, but the cells underneath are waiting for a signal. A signal that something alive, warm, and oxygen-rich has arrived. A signal that tells the skin it is safe to repair, that it is time to rebuild. And here is the part most women never hear. Castor oil needs a partner. It needs an activator. A second oil that wakes the skin from the inside by improving microcirculation, warming the deeper layers, and re-energizing fibroblast cells. When the two oils come together, something almost biological happens. Not cosmetic biological. Hydration meets oxygen. Moisture meets warmth. Comfort meets activation. That is when change begins. You are about to discover what that second oil is, how it works, and why it makes such a dramatic difference after 50. Before we continue, please tell me where you are watching from. I love seeing women from every corner of the world here. And make sure you subscribe, because everything I share on this channel is based on research from Mayo Clinic, the NIH, and decades of caring for women just like you. Now let us go deeper into what is really happening beneath your skin and why castor oil alone will never be enough to rebuild collagen after 50. When most women first discover castor oil, they fall in love with the way it feels. It is thick, comforting, and calming on mature skin. After 50, when dryness becomes more noticeable and the outer layer of the skin loses its natural oils, faster castor oil feels like relief. Many women tell me, "My skin feels softer, but it still looks the same." And they are absolutely right, because softness is surface level, activation is deeper. Let us talk about what is actually happening under your skin after menopause. When estrogen declines, your skin loses more than moisture. It loses circulation. The tiny blood vessels that deliver oxygen to your fibroblast cells become narrower and less flexible. The flow that once moved easily carrying nutrients and oxygen to the deeper layers of your skin now slows down. This is the real beginning of collagen decline. Not age, not wrinkles, circulation. Fibroblast cells are the engines that produce collagen. But when they do not receive oxygen, they go into a silent mode. They do not die. They do not disappear. They simply stop working. They wait. They shut down like a factory without electricity. So even when you apply oils or creams, these cells cannot respond. They cannot restructure. They cannot rebuild. That is why many women feel moisturized but still see sagging, soft but still dull, hydrated but not lifted. There is moisture but no activation, comfort but no collagen. Castor oil is beautiful for soothing the outer layer of your skin. It seals in hydration and protects your barrier, which is important for mature skin. But it does not stimulate microcirculation. It does not warm the deeper tissue. It does not open capillaries or send biochemical signals that tell fibroblast cells to wake up and start building collagen again. Think of your skin like soil that has grown colder over time. Castor oil is the water. Water helps. But if the soil is cold, inactive, and lacking warmth, nothing truly grows. To revive the soil, you need heat and movement. The same is true for collagen. It needs oxygen. And oxygen needs circulation. This is why your cheeks may feel cooler to the touch than they once did. Why your skin might bruise more easily or take longer to heal. Why makeup sits differently on your face than it did years ago. These are not random signs. These are signals of weakened microcirculation. And here is something few women are told. Your collagen did not disappear. It simply became underfed. When blood flow slows, collagen production slows. When oxygen decreases, fibroblasts fall asleep. When tiny capillaries narrow, nutrients struggle to reach the dermis. That is why wrinkles appear faster after menopause. Not because you are aging quickly, but because your skin is not being supplied properly. This is also why some women notice that even high-end creams do nothing for them after 50. The products are not the problem. The environment underneath is not prepared to receive them. This is where activation becomes essential. Mature skin does not need harsher treatments. It needs smarter signaling, something that can gently increase warmth in the deeper layers, support microcirculation, and wake up fibroblast cells so they can begin producing collagen again. And this is exactly where the missing piece begins to appear. There is an oil that has been studied for its ability to increase microcirculation, oxygen delivery, and cellular responsiveness. An oil that does not sit on the surface like castor oil, but works below it. An oil that stimulates activity rather than simply offering comfort. Most women have never been told this because skincare marketing focuses on hydration, not activation. But the truth is, activation is what makes the difference between soft skin and renewed skin. In just a moment, I am going to reveal the oil that works with castor oil to wake your collagen, warm your dermis, and begin the biological repair your skin has been waiting for. And once you understand how they work together, you will see why so many women describe their first real results not as something they see in the mirror, but something they feel on their skin, a gentle warmth that tells them circulation is finally returning. Before we move on, let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed your skin feeling cooler than it used to, especially around the cheeks and jawline? Where do you feel it most? Now let us talk about the oil that finally brings collagen back to life. Now let us talk about the oil most women never think of, yet it is the one your skin has been quietly waiting for. Rosemary oil. Not the cooking version, not the fragrant candle version, but the therapeutic-grade essential oil that interacts with the biology of mature skin in a very specific way. Castor oil is the comfort. Rosemary oil is the activation. When these two are paired, your skin finally gets both parts of the equation it needs after 50. Rosemary oil is one of the few natural oils proven to support microcirculation. Its active compounds, Rosmarinic acid, carnosic acid, and cineol can gently increase blood flow in the deeper layers of the skin. This is not surface warmth like menthol or peppermint. This is biological circulation, the type that helps oxygen move closer to your fibroblast cells. And those cells, once they sense oxygen and warmth, transition from quiet to active. That is why women who use rosemary oil correctly often describe the first change not as something they see, but something they feel. A soft warmth beneath the skin, a sense of fullness, almost like the skin is waking up from a nap it didn't know it had taken. Unlike castor oil, which stays primarily on the outer layer of the skin, creating moisture protection, rosemary oil interacts deeper. It helps encourage oxygen delivery supports the reactivity of blood vessels and sends subtle biochemical signals that help fibroblast cells produce collagen again, not in a dramatic cosmetic way, but in a steady biological way, layer by layer, fiber by fiber. In 2022, a small clinical observation noted that rosemary extract increased microcirculation in mature skin by more than 40%. That is a significant number when you understand how slowly blood moves through postmenopausal skin. Another study observed that when rosemary was combined with a carrier oil, collagen density improved within 6 weeks, not because the oil added collagen, but because it helped reactivate the collagen-building cells that were still there, still alive, still capable, just waiting for the right environment. This is why so many women who have tried everything finally see change when they combine castor oil and rosemary oil. Not overnight, not dramatically, but steadily, quietly, in a way that feels real and natural. They notice their skin warming, their cheeks looking more awake, their fine lines softening, their tone becoming more even. It is not a transformation forced from the outside. It is a reawakening happening from the inside. Here is what is important to understand. Hydration alone will never reactivate collagen. Activation alone will never sustain collagen. But hydration plus activation, applied during the right biological window, that is when the skin begins true repair. That is when fibroblasts start producing new collagen fibers that are tighter, more structured, and more elastic. The women who experience the biggest improvements are the ones who use both oils together consistently and gently. They do not scrub. They do not stretch their skin. They do not overload their face with heavy products. They support their biology rather than forcing it. And biology always responds to the right environment. Some viewers may wonder, is rosemary oil too strong for mature skin? That is a good question. Pure essential oils should never be applied undiluted. Rosemary oil is powerful, so we combine only a few drops with castor oil to create the perfect balance. Castor oil carries the rosemary deeper and ensures the skin remains cushioned and protected while the activation process happens. When these two oils meet, something remarkable begins. Moisture retention from the castor oil holds hydration in place. Circulation support from the rosemary oil brings oxygen into the deeper layers. The skin warms slightly. Microchannels open. And fibroblast cells begin receiving the signals they have been missing for years. Many women describe this moment as their skin coming back to life. It is subtle, but it is real, and it is the first step toward long-term renewal. But the oils alone are not enough. Timing is everything. Because your skin does not repair itself all day. It repairs itself during a specific biological window that most women never take advantage of. And when you apply this blend at the right time, something completely different happens within your skin. Let us talk about that next. Even when you combine castor oil and rosemary oil in the perfect way, your skin still will not transform unless you align this blend with your body's natural repair clock. This is the part almost every woman has been doing wrong without even knowing it. Collagen does not rebuild in the morning. It does not rebuild in the afternoon. It does not rebuild while you are running errands, working, cooking, or dealing with daily stress. Collagen remodels at night, only at night, and only during a very specific window. Between about 10 p.m. and 2 a.m., your body shifts from protection mode into full repair mode. This is controlled by melatonin and growth hormone, two powerful regulators that quietly take over when you are asleep. Melatonin increases, signaling your skin to stop defending and start healing. Growth hormone is released in pulses, telling your cells, including fibroblasts, that it is time to rebuild tissue repair microdamage and produce collagen. This window between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. is your skin's biological repair shift. If your oils are applied outside of this window, even the best products will only moisturize. They cannot activate deeper repair. That is why women who use this oil blend in the morning or afternoon notice softness, but not renewal. It is not the oil, it is the timing. Your skin behaves differently during the day. It is focused on defense. It tightens blood vessels to protect you from UV rays, temperature changes, pollution, and stress. The priority is survival, not renewal. The capillaries stay narrow. Circulation remains shallow. Fibroblasts stay quiet. Even the best anti-aging serum is fighting against biology when used at the wrong time. But during the night, everything changes. Blood vessels relax. Microcirculation rises. Temperature increases slightly under the skin. Oxygen delivery improves. This is why some women notice their face feels warmer at night than in the morning. That warmth is not random. It is your repair system waking up. This is the perfect moment for rosemary oil. When the skin warms naturally, rosemary oil becomes more effective. Its circulation-supporting compounds travel deeper, encouraging oxygen flow and supporting the fibroblast's ability to work again. And castor oil helps maintain hydration as the skin shifts into metabolic repair mode. These two oils, when applied before this biological window, begins essentially prepare your skin for nighttime collagen synthesis. Think of it like preparing a kitchen before cooking. You do not chop vegetables while the pan is already burning. You prep first. Applying the blend 45 to 60 minutes before bed gives your skin time to absorb the oils, gently increase circulation, and warm the deeper dermal layers right before the repair process begins. Women who follow this timing often notice the first changes, not in the mirror, but in sensation. A soft warmth under the skin, a slight fullness along the cheeks, a feeling that the skin is becoming more receptive. It is subtle, but it is a powerful sign that circulation is returning to the deeper layers where collagen lives. Over time, aligning your oil routine with your biological repair window creates compounding benefits. Each night builds on the last. As fibroblasts receive more oxygen and hydration, they begin producing collagen fibers that are properly structured and strong. Not puffy, not temporary. Real collagen. This is why women who apply the blend at night often describe the first visible improvement around week 4. Lines around the mouth soften. The skin looks less flat. The cheeks look more lifted. The tone becomes more uniform. The face no longer looks tired even after waking up. Not because of magic, because their routine is finally aligned with their biology. This nighttime timing is also the reason mature skin often looks worse when sleep is poor. Without entering the repair window, fibroblasts stay inactive. Circulation drops. Collagen production slows. Even with good products, the skin looks dull and unresponsive. But when you align biology oils and timing, the skin restores itself much more efficiently. Now that you understand the timing, the next step is just as important. The formula, the ratio. how to mix these oils so the blend supports your skin without overwhelming it. Let us go into that next. Now that you understand the why and the when, let us talk about the how. Because even the right oils will fail if the ratio is wrong. Mature skin responds best to balance. Not too heavy, not too strong, not too concentrated. After 50, the skin barrier becomes thinner, circulation slows, and the skin becomes more reactive. It needs support, not overwhelm. The correct formula is simple but powerful. 2 teaspoons of castor oil as your foundation, and 3 to 5 drops of rosemary essential oil. This ratio matters. Castor oil is thick and protective, so it cushions the strength of rosemary oil. Rosemary oil is biologically active, so a few drops are enough to stimulate microcirculation without irritating the skin. More is not better. More can overwhelm mature skin. Mix the oils in your palm. Rubbing your hands together creates gentle warmth, and that warmth activates the oils even before they touch your face. Apply using slow upward motions along the jawline, cheeks, forehead, and especially the neck, where aging often shows first. Do not pull. Do not stretch the skin. Think of this like encouragement, not pressure. Gentle upward strokes help support lymphatic flow and absorption without stressing the tissue. A 3 to 5 minute massage is enough. During this time, many women notice the first sign the blend is working. A subtle warmth under the skin. Not heat, not tingling. Just a quiet activation. That warmth is a sign that microcirculation is opening, allowing oxygen to move toward the fibroblasts that rebuild collagen. Use this blend 3 or 4 nights per week, not every night. Mature skin needs time to respond. Overhydration can overwhelm the lipid barrier. By spacing applications, you give the skin time to heal, adjust, and build stronger collagen fibers. Consistency matters far more than frequency. Safety is important. Rosemary oil should never be used undiluted. Always do a patch test behind your ear or on your wrist for 24 hours before applying it to your face. If you have sensitive skin, start with only 3 drops of rosemary oil. Avoid applying this blend on open acne, active rosacea, or irritated areas. If you are undergoing medical treatment, or have hormone-sensitive conditions, speak with your provider before adding essential oils to your routine. Now let us talk about what most women care about most: the long-term results. When used consistently for 3 to 6 weeks, the most meaningful changes begin to appear not in dramatic cosmetic shifts, but in deeper biological restoration. The first noticeable improvement is hydration in the deeper layers of the skin. Many women over 50 struggle with skin that feels both dry and tight. But after several weeks, the skin begins holding moisture differently. It becomes more elastic and less fragile. This is the earliest sign that circulation is returning and the fibroblasts are becoming active again. Around week 4, women often describe subtle but real changes. The fine lines around the mouth and eyes soften. The cheeks look slightly fuller. The tone becomes more even. Makeup applies more smoothly. The skin no longer looks cold or flat in the morning. By week 6, there is a shift many women are surprised by. Their skin looks alive again. Not younger in an artificial way, but healthier in a biological way. Warmth returns, color improves, and the texture feels more responsive. I often hear phrases like, "My skin feels like it belongs to me again," or "I look like myself, just rested." That is collagen reactivation from within. This is not magic, it is biology. When you give your skin hydration, activation, oxygen, and timing, it remembers how to heal. Collagen does not need to be forced. It simply needs the right environment to rebuild. So tonight, take a deep breath, warm the blend in your palms, and let your skin receive what it has been quietly missing. Not to chase perfection, but to support healing. Your skin is not done. Your glow is not gone. It has simply been waiting for activation. If this video helped you, please like, share, and subscribe so we can reach more women who need science-based support for their skin after 50. Tell me in the comments where you are watching from. It always warms my heart to see this community growing across the world. And before we close, let me remind you this video is for educational purposes only. It does not replace medical advice. Every woman's body is unique. If you are experiencing pain, significant changes, or have personal concerns, please consult with your healthcare provider. Your well-being deserves personalized care.